with the next presentation, which is held by Dr. Vasilij Djackov. He is lecturer at the ELMAR partner Klaipeda University in Lithuania, and as far as I know, self-employed in subjects of ship design and consultancy. In his first round, he tells us more about the potential of the ferry traffic on the Curonian Lagoon for electrification. Vasilij, thank you for being here, and it's your slot.
Thank you, Mario, for presenting me. I will then start right over. My presentation is about ferry traffic on Curonian Lagoon and what is the potential. To start with the potential for going on electric in Curonian Lagoon, first here's an overview of the activities what are going here in Curonian Lagoon in Lithuanian area as passenger transport and tourist transport. We have one big company here named Smiltynės Perkėla that is transporting passengers with big ferries. That's a picture here of our ferries. There are 3 of them: Žalgiris, Baltija, and Neringa, and they carry around 40 light motor vehicles and around 100 passengers. We have also another line. That is the here I'm showing the new ferry terminal and the old ferry terminal here. That's only passenger transport. And in Klaipeda we have in this area a sea museum, and going from old ferry to sea museum there is also a passenger line. Also, we have Curonian Lagoon passenger transportation line Klaipeda Juodkrantė Nida, what is now partly stopped, but maybe it is in planning after. We have transportation Kaunas Nida Klaipeda. Then we have some leisure trips from Klaipeda to Nida. Just a moment. Yes, we have here Klaipeda, and we have here touristic city Nida on the Lithuanian side, and also passenger transportations. And at the moment there is also an order on our shipyard for by our ferry operator Smiltynės Perkėla for a new ferry, but unfortunately till now it is still diesel driven. So we have that's also bigger more detailed overview of the passenger transportation. We have quite a lot of activity here in Curonian Lagoon. Ships coming, Dreverna will be somewhere in this area, and crossing to Nida, to Juodkrantė, and also we have some private boats, many. And to take in account Curonian Lagoon leisure trips, when you travel from one side, the widest point in Lagoon, to Nida, that takes around 1.5 hours with the speed of 10-15 kilometers. Yes, more details about Klaipeda Juodkrantė Nida, the route of the passenger catamaran, what was operating from 2014 till 2018, and that was a high-speed catamaran operating generally in summer period from June till September. It was quite popular, and Smiltynė Sperkala at the moment is thinking about renewing, but the ferry is at the moment sold, and they should think about another one. And we have also operating each summer, that's for 2 years already now, the renewed route Kaunas, Nida, Klaipeda and back. One direction trip takes around 4 hours, and made by hydrofoil vessel, what is moving with the speed of around 60 kilometers per hour. So to take by analyzing the possibilities of electrification, I have also looked at some legal issues and infrastructure demands. And some regulations, what is Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, and some other European countries, they are involved and signed the Kyoto Protocol and Paris Climate Conference, and these regulations are pushing generally the countries to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and pollutions in the transport sector. And waterborne transport takes also some part, not so big part as a road transport, but there is many speaking going about moving some part of the traffic from roads to rivers and to water. And in this case, ferries are also a potential case to take over some passenger traffic. When we speak about Klaipeda port, then in the Klaipeda port development study, there is a possibility to increase the power consumption, and the reserves are there at the moment, and available power is around 140 megawatts. That's including 10% of free reserves. Peak usage at the moment is around 88 megawatt, and as average is 44. Then we can see, of course, that the infrastructure, the capacity for increasing the usage of electric is there, at least in the Klaipeda port. There is also should be taken care about what is the situation in other ports, but that's a bit another story to tell. So generally, to a bit summarize the possibilities for electrification. In 2019, Smiltynė Sperkala, our big ferry operator, was even announcing a tender for buying of 2 hybrid ferries for transporting around 400 passengers. And but unfortunately, these tenders were unsuccessful. As far as I know, that was more administrative problems and legal problems at the moment. And then it was decided still to stick with the conventional fossil fuel and to go with the hybrid in the future. There are plans generally to go hybrid, and the Smiltynė Sperkala administration even also speaks and plans maybe some smaller ferries that could be used to go from Old Ferry Terminal to Sea Museum. but that are the future plans. Then potentially there also could be usage of electric water bus in the port of Klaipeda, bringing around 50 passengers and traveling over the port. In longer perspective, we could also plan Klaipeda-Nida as hydrofoil, but that could also go hybrid. And some small and medium-sized electric boats, they could appear in the Coronian Lagoon, but here we need a bit more support of the local authorities. Such things like maybe port use reductions and installation of fast charging stations that could push the development. And in the frames of the ELMAR project, we have also made a preliminary concept development. What could for potential usage of passenger vessel in Klaipeda port. And that was also negotiated to Smiltynės Perkėla, who is generally busy here in Klaipeda with the passenger transport. And true to say, that was the initiative was coming even from them. And the project takes in account also the area of potential development in Klaipeda port. That's one area. Here's a plant in the future in master plan, the recreation area, and here we have also a deep sea port in future plans, and that is the route with some stops. And this project was done also involving our bachelor students, and we have made catamaran, electric driven, 20 meters long, 6 meters wide, and 48 people capacity with 2 crew, and there was also foreseen 2 places for people with disabilities. And here we have used some part of technology like ES battery, MRAX motors, and IPT wireless charging equipment. And it is worth to mention that in the tender for bachelor papers, our students have received City Administration Award with a one-time scholarship. So at the moment, what is also going on, Klaipeda University and Western Baltic Engineering, that's a design company here in Klaipeda, will develop an autonomous passenger ferry prototype. The project is just started, and we're keen to see the results, but till now it is what is the plan is to make some small prototype of autonomous ferry and to test it in real time. And there are also more coming speaks about different companies and also administrations what are keen to have electric or hybrid ships, and this process is slowly increasing. So coming to conclusions, the above analysis shows that developments toward electric and hybrid driven vessels is going on, and the plan of passenger transportation companies to bring to the market such vessels are really existing. Hybrid ferries have the potential to appear in the short-term period. However, the real terms are generally till now nobody can identify. And till now there is no legal issues for emissions in the Klaipeda port that could really push electric-driven vessels to appear. But however, as we know in Europe, such rules are already strictly applying, and I believe that is not so long time to wait that it's coming also here. And there is also till now we do not have shipping culture of electric or hybrid driven vessels. Means there should be more people, more like administration and even private people. It should be in the mind of the people already growing that turning electric or hybrid is a perspective and is a good perspective. And yes, and as I said, then the development of such situation is quite depending on initiatives of administrative body. They could help to push the situation and develop zero emission ship culture in the region. Yeah, thank you very much. That was all from my side at the moment.
Okay, Vasilij, thank you for this interesting information. And as far as I see, we have a question, isn't it?
Yes, there's one question. It is an impressive connection from Kaunas to Nida and from Nida to Klaipeda by hydrofoil. Do you expect to have enough passengers also in the future? Because in parallel, there's also a highway competing with the waterway. And it's of course an interesting way to go on water to the coast, but it should also be attractive price-wise. So do you have enough passengers in the future?
Yeah, this ferry, as I know, it was starting last year, and this year they also continue the season, and as far as I understand, it has there is an interest in such travels, and there is a potential. But more information I do not have about this line. Did I understand it good, your question, or there was also something else you wanted to ask?
Well, the question is, since the waterway is competing with the highway in future, if you have enough
waterways with the highway. Yeah, that's a good question. When you're driving from Kaunas to Klaipeda with the highway, it's 2 hours, and with the boat, it is 4 hours. When you take a time period, I'm not really sure that the passenger transportation by river can take over regular transport. But I'm pretty sure that the tourist trip and the leisure trips that has really perspective to do, and that will be not so many of such ships there, sure not. But as far concerns technology involvement in such transportations on the water, in my point of view, that could go also hybrid.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for the question and also for answering these.